Go watch American Gods. It's never going to end, and there may be a movie, but those first 2 seasons, the third one's the first 2 seasons are probably the best television I've seen in a long time. Anyway, hi. Welcome to a triple, what's it called? A threesome. This is a threesome. Starring SMSL DACs, that some of them happen to have headphone amps, and some of them don't. And they're all black and boring, and I removed all the high-res audio stickers and put them on the same blue girl from high school DxD, because if I'm going to review the same company worth of DACs all at the same fucking time, it's going to have waifus and we're done. So, 169, 220, 520. Big jumps in prices. I'm using the Topping LA90 to assess the DAC outputs. This uses full-size XLR. These both use TRS, and that will take them natively. This video sponsored by Hard Audio Cable, who is having a site-wide 15% off sale. That's nearly half. I was good at math once. No, it's 15% off site-wide. The code, hold on, is, wait, where'd the thing go? Boom. HAC3YEAR, because it's Hard Audio Cable's 3-year anniversary. So it's linked in the description. So link to Hard Audio Cables below with the coupon code to save 15% site-wide. Every wire you'll see used today is a Hard Audio Cable with interchangeable interconnects, so you can pick and choose what you want, or you can get solidly made cables, and they do some really interesting ones. They make like one-offs, and they're like, hey, anybody want this teal cable with the twists? It's like, here you go, boom, buy it. So thanks to Hard Audio Cable for sponsoring this and sponsoring my trip to SoCal CanJam, which may or may not have happened depending on how scheduling works. As far as like, has it happened yet? Am I there? Are you there yet, Zeos? Don't know. Anyway, they're sponsoring this with cables. I'm sponsoring it with my soul, and you're all invited to join and enjoy the waifus. So we've got 3 essentially DACs. If we just consider them DACs, then it's like boom, 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 and DACs are boring. We're going to get to the more interesting ones that have headphone outs in the front, which makes them a combo. So this is a combo, and this is a combo. And in fact, the M500, I think I did the Mark 1. This is the Mark 3. Did I miss one? The M500 Mark 1 is like sought after for how good and clean its DAC was. And it just happened to have like a lot of power out the front. We're going to analyze each one of these individually. I'm using these headphones. Oh, maybe you've heard of them. ZMF Atriums on obviously Hard Audio Cable, going whoop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loo out of this thing, which I built, which you can see on the second channel. You don't have a second channel where we do other things that I probably wouldn't fly on this channel, but you know, maybe it's interesting. So you want to watch me build this second channel where the sound demos used to live. They still live, but whatever. Anyway, American Gods soundtrack is still fucking amazing. Which DAC am I on? That one. And now I'm on this one. And I'm on this one. And there's no volume discrepancies at all. Let me just point that out. It's kind of an interesting feature. All 3 of these units use the exact same remote. So I only need one on the table. And in fact, if I reach back here and hit power, all of them go off. So that's just fucking fantastic. Actually, all of them go on too. It is fantastic because I realized something. I had these all set to pre-out, so I could adjust the volume out of the ass ends of them. The ass end volume, the pre-out, line-out volume. And I was lowering them all simultaneously and being able to, thanks to the topping, to switch between the 3 inputs with just a push of a button. And they're perfect. Even if I held it down, they all went down at the exact same time and level, and it never changed so that one was outputting more than the other. It's kind of interesting. But I think now I've got them basically fixed at maximum. Yeah, 60 is the maximum on this one, 99 is the maximum on this one, and 0 is the maximum on this one. Didn't I just do this for speaker amps? I really want to share music with you guys. Holy shit. Wednesday Heals Shadow. The American Gods. Wednesday is, what's his name? Swear Engine from Deadwood. Go watch. All right, so 169 for the little guy, the D6. We'll start with him or her. I don't know. Do you consider genders when you're looking at a product? Is like, oh, that's a bad boy right there, and it's like some washing machine. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I'm just going to say that this one here is probably the nicest machined case SMSL makes. And SMSL makes that little stack there. I love that thing, little DA6, SU6, and SH6. You see it right there, little stack? I love the way that fucking stack looks and feels. SMSL makes these amazing small little things. And then they make different things in different factories by different creators. I don't understand it. These use the same 8-segment display, yet that one's blue and that one's white. What the fuck? I don't know what to tell you. I have a problem with this one, though, where everything that it does isn't listed in the manual. Because, yes, it comes with a remote, and it has one knob, which is also a power button. There's no power button in the back. We should probably look at the rear of it. You get figure 8, so no transformer. Very nice, clean. If you're looking to put something in your living room and you just want to have a remote control and control a set of powered monitors or a stereo amp, you get your coaxial input, your fiber input, and your USB input, and the Bluetooth. Boom, boom, boom. This is the whole package. Just buy this. It's sleek. It's sexy. The edges are like not sharp, but what's the word? I'm looking poignant. Like this feels well made just because of how the edges, like SMSL has, well, no, I'm thinking of shit. Shit used to make edges on their products that were like sharp. Like, oh my God, I cut my hand sharp. But this just feels quality. Like to get this sort of machining done at a mass-produced scale is fucking phenomenal. And it's just for this one. This one's got the rounded edges with bolts in the front, and this one's a fucking tube. So I don't know who or why, but I love the sexiness of this. So this was available in silver, and I'm not sure if it is. Hold on. This was sent to me by, and there's 3 different websites sent me things. Shenzhen sent me this. It's $169.99. I don't see any other colors. It has dual AKM 4493 DACs, which is, I don't think I've, does AKM do dual DACs? Usually it's been ESS stuff is dual DACs. Built-in low noise power, full function remote, blah, 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 tempered glass, THD. You could read all these specs if you want to. You're here to, I'm here to complain the way that Z reviews work, if this is your first one. And it's always someone's first Z review. Don't think people realize that. It's always someone's first time. Everyone remembers their first time. But anyway, I'm here to take a look at these things. If you want to know numbers, you can just go read them. Links in the description, go read them. I'm here to objectify them in front of me. Objectify yourself. Slap a waifu sticker on it to make it interesting, because staring at 3 black boxes would be boring. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I've been doing this too long. I can't do black boxes anymore. But this is a very nice black box. So you get your balanced out, you get your regular out. That means you could get a subwoofer that takes RCA inputs, run that to a subwoofer, then run these. In case you're wondering, this is what it is, because that's balanced when it looks like a stereo 1/4-inch port. That is balanced output. You can run those to self-powered monitors, put them in your living room, and be like, yo, my living room is done. Boom, boom, Atom T5Vs. Go watch my video on how to add a sub to any system. This would be easy as fucking pie. Remote control for volume, you're done. So the thing they don't include in the manual is when we go to the menu, can I get this far enough back so it doesn't affect it? So where's the menu? Here, okay. So it starts with optical. You have your optical, Bluetooth, USB, or up, and then your optical, then coaxial. So it doesn't go through, it goes up and down and then stops. Then you have PR1, PR0, and PRD. Not in the manual. I've figured out that PR1 is pre-out on, so that means you can adjust the volume. PR0 is no pre-out, so you can't adjust the volume, and then PRD is also no adjustable volume. I don't understand what the D stands for, direct. I feel like 0 is what it's doing when it's direct. Oh, I'm lowering the volume in that, aren't I? Fuck. Turn the knob. We'll get it back. So yeah, I wish they said it. Then you have SC for sound color, and you have sound color 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I know from a previous SMSL, sound color 1 means no sound color, and the other 3 are something else, not in the manual. So I can't even tell you what they are. I can just tell you that you play around with them. If you're not here to like analyze music, if you're not doing this for a work, and you're just here to have fun and listen to something, just switch between the sound colors and leave them for a half an hour. You know, watch an episode of Farscape with sound color 0, and with sound color 1, then watch an episode of Farscape with sound color 2, then watch an episode of Farscape with sound color 3, then watch all of Arcane with sound color 4. Do what I said, because I said it. Anyway, and that is how you determine if you want a sound color And I like the sound color option, because why the fuck not? I was enjoying listening to the atriums, which are very heavy and hot in this basement for some reason. I was enjoying just flipping around and be like, huh, I don't know what sound color 2 is, but it's enjoyable. Also, we have got backlight level, which, believe it or not, that's as low as it goes, and it goes all the way up to like nightlight. So I'm leaving it on 2 just because. Then you have filters, which don't really matter to me, but you get up to 7 different filters. You can look at those up in the manual. Those exist. And then you're back to the optical. That's the end of the unit tour. How is it as a DAC, Zeos? Well, Bluetooth connects instantaneously because all Bluetooth works perfectly now. The outputs on this, through this $2,700 pair of headphones, listening to amazing music. Hold on, turn it up. Making sure my volume is maxed. Yeah, See, the biggest thing I worry about with a DAC is that it's going to limit something. Because I'll throw this out there, topping LA90 and topping A90D are basically limitless units. They just have infinite it's a speaker fucking amp. I mean, look at this power plug I had to make for it, which I'm using the hard audio cables to adapt it down so I can use it. But this is a limitless amount, and the only thing the DAC can do is fuck up. But I would have to do it in a way that I can hear it, and I know I'm judging between 3 SMSL DACs, but this D6, compared to the C200, compared to the M500, it ain't fucking up. The only thing that happens is when I put sound color on, it sounds different. And different isn't bad as long as you know what it is and you can remove it and you know you put it there. If it just sounds fucking weird and you didn't do anything and you can't get rid of it, then there's something wrong with that DAC. And that doesn't mean it's better or worse. It just means I'd be concerned. This is beautiful. Sound color on, boom, love it. I can set it to be adjustable or non-adjustable, fine, love it. But let's go through the menu again. PR0. Now it can't be adjusted. You hold that to get out. See, now the knob does nothing. So I'm going to give this a full fucking pass just for the looks of it. Just for these, like, look at the back. It's got like little Allen key screws. It's so clean. It feels like a NASA piece of equipment. It's a little boring, but it's just, when you touch it, you'll understand. If you buy this and get it, you'll understand. You're just gonna be like, wow, this feels wonderful to fucking interact with. It's even got a slight bezel on the front here, top and bottom, just to hold that pane of glass, and that's real glass. So beautiful job there, SMSL. So now SMSL Factory 2, because I'm assuming these are all made in different factories and never speak to another. We have the C200, which has essentially the same connections as that, except instead of a figure 8 cable, it's a massive motherfucker. All right, there, I said it. I'm using these cables because they look cool and are really nice. These are not expensive. They don't claim to be audiophile. In fact, they're Monoprice's hospital cables. And you know it's a hospital cable because the heads are clear on both ends, so that you could see if there's been any scorching, where if you're in an oxygen-rich environment, you might blow some shit up. And I just think that that looks nice. Look at this fucking beautiful straight. So anyway, yeah, you get to use a huge cable, which is, I don't care, audiophilia shit. You get your Bluetooth cable antenna here, optical, USB-C input, and coaxial. Your RCA outputs, which are not colored. They're colored on this one, but not colored on this one. And then again, TRS plugs, which these do not come with anything. I got these with something else. Forget what it was. Front gets a 1/4 inch out, a 4.4 Pentacon out, and I'm not 100% sure yet if it's balanced or not. And we can check that, actually, using my, I'm gonna die. I have to use my adapteroni. If only I had some adapters in here. Here's how you check if something is balanced or not balanced. If it has the option, you put an adapter in the 1/4 inch, which, what's currently playing on this? We've got the Zeus. Oh, I'm just gonna say this right now. I cannot hear a difference in the DAC outputs of any of these through this system. All DACs sound the same, part 2. We're back to it, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that might sound different is like an R2R. None of these are that, so we're moving on. What was I going to go to? I was going to go to C200 is Linsol. This is Linsol sent me this. And does it give me specs? Balance, 2 kinds of headphone output jack, which is better feel and quality and supports full function remote control. Doesn't say it's balanced, so I don't believe it is. However, I do have to go into the menu, which I think I could do. I don't care if I'm affecting that. I'm going to affect that. So we have the same thing here. We do this again. Optical versus Bluetooth versus USB. Optocoaxial. Gain low and high for the headphone out. So you can switch that up and down. Filters again. DP, which is DPLL, which is like a... how do I describe that? Doesn't matter. DPLL is a thing. Usually 4 or 5 is as low as you want to go. Lower is better. But some units or some inputs will not work with it lower. So I leave it on the default. The default in this one will happen to be 4. You get to pick between USB 1.0 or 2.0. So if you're using the USB, you can have it be more compatible with 1.0. Here's your black backlight again. Again, it'll get up to the side, right of the fucking sun. So I'm leaving it on 2. This is whiter than that. That's bluer. And then you have line out or headphone out. Low ho, low ho. And then you have optical again. So now, whip out the Harmonic Dyne Zeus again on a wonderful hard audio cable. Oh, it's been a hot minute, and I forget sometimes how good can be. So we're gonna turn that volume up. We're on low gain still. So there's 70. Actually, no, we gotta unplug the whole thing. Oh, I could do that. Hold on, wait. Stop using adapters when hard audio is here to save our lives. See, because I can just buy both of these things from hard audio, a 1/4 inch, which happens to be a 3.5 also, and a 4.4. Pop that in there, pop this in here, and now decide if I want to listen to my headphones balanced or unbalanced. They're the same volume, so it's a fake balanced. So we don't need that. It's just there for convenience. Some IEMs, specifically the ones I made, like the Z12s, I wanted them to be purely balanced. Come with a 4.4. This is a convenience thing. They give you a 4.4 and a 1/4 inch. There's no audible difference. They're literally just bridging the ground internally. It wouldn't hurt your headphones. It just means that they can sell it and say, hey, look, it's got plugs that are helpful. What's next? More American Gods? Oh, I love American Gods. I do finally have the entire Arcane soundtrack, however. You want to talk about 9 45-minute episodes that'll change your life? Probably the best media ever produced. Like, just put that in your head. So now, assessing the actual, because that doesn't matter, because now we're assessing the actual headphone amp part. This is where it gets interesting. Because this, being a DAC, doing its own little DAC things, dancing a little DAC dance, fine, perfect for a living room. You don't need a headphone out in a living room. It's just going to sit tucked away in a cabinet. You're going to use your cute little remote. It's going to sit in your counter, and you can see the numbers just enough to know the volume, and you'll be happy with it. I have the volume turned off, which is why it's showing 44.1. I think you could set that, or maybe it'll just cycle. But now with the headphone out and music, the flashback, the concerto. Oh. See, SMSL came out with one headphone amp recently. Could I mute this with a press? No. I can mute it with the remote. And now all of them are muted. Now that one's muted. They came out with this one a bit ago, the HO200. And it got the fucking waifu sticker, and it's been on my rack. And I just haven't used my rack in a while because I haven't reviewed many headphones lately, honestly. And even if I have, it's been like, whatever I have lying around is good enough. So the idea was to have the best of the best amps on that rack. And SMSL finally joined the ranks with the HO200. And since this came out, all the greatness that this has been seeping into the lesser stuff. I can feel it. Whatever that clean linearity has just been like, oh yeah, that's perfect. We're getting to the point where my job is going to be very irrelevant soon. Because if you like, is it good? There's going to be like a 90% chance if it's from a company that has any reputation, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm having to dig deep to find any flaws with a lot of these products. So let's just unmute this. I just realized that up and down does volume, and so does up and down. So that's wild. Doubled volume all the way. I mean, it doesn't hurt that I'm using some of my favorite headphones, and I'm just sort of like, yes. We're on low gain. Let's put some hard to drive shit on high gain. So since we have hard audio cables, we're gonna just disconnect this there, and now take this pair, disconnect this. So your headphones would get a cable for whatever the connection is, and then you get a bunch of these adapters. This way you can plug it into anything. Okay, this is definitely going to want some high gain. Hitting options. We want optical. We want gain high. We want to get out of the menu. Hold it for a second. This is out of 100. We're on 70 out of 100. Let me pause this for a second, see if there's any noise. Nope. Noise floor, 0. I could do that. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, he's a racist. No, I'm Italian. We used to do, hey, okay, we got the spaghetti, all right. So just, I hate that comes up every once in a while. I'm just like, no. You're not allowed to take something that everyone does and say, that's racist now. You can't do that. This is a Z Reviews. I can discuss this. It's dumb and I hate it. What is that? Oh, the door. Sorry, Unknown Soldier is not... This is a completely competent headphone amplifier. On top of being like a DAC that I can't tell apart from another $500 DAC. Hello, I love you. Jump in your game. Let me see where we go. Okay, so this came from here. Does it say what the details are in the DAC? Because this one's fucking dual AKM. What are you? High-end chipset. If that isn't the thing, I can't look up high-end chipset. Are you gonna not tell me? Oh, okay. It is Saber DACs. High-end DA 9038 Q2M has better indicators. So wow, we're actually fighting off a dual AKM versus a doesn't say dual, a single Saber. And this one also has 4 high-end dual op-amp OPA 1612s with a large number of audio-grade components, Qualcomm latest Bluetooth, blah, 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 blah. So we got a Saber versus AKM battle. Let me just see what the hell this one's running. This one's also a Saber DAC, an ESS. An 8-channel, what? 8-channel ESS DAC chip and triple the number of op-amp chips. Does it say which type it is? Hold on. So this is using the 9038 Pro, which uses 8-channel. Why would I need an 8-channel thing? And it has 9. I guess I'm kind of ruining it when I'm saying I can't tell the difference between the 3 when I'm switching it through one of the best headphone amp setups I've ever used. Could just be me. Could be the headphones. You know what? I'm gonna blame the headphones on this one. We'll swap them out. We'll try again. Because these headphones just sound so good, I don't give a fuck what's playing them. Isn't that nice? I just want to know because these are power hungry and high end. People seem to think that like, oh, you should use the same headphones. I try to use the same headphones because the same headphones I use are usually really demanding. Like they pick apart shit and you hate it. And that kind of sucks. It's bad for your Vuju. It's like I just want to have headphones that I hate. So yeah, we're running this just fine. So C200 AKM versus ESS. I can go back to that if I wanted to. It seems good. It all seems good. Now we're just playing the AMD Intel thing. You're still playing video games. You're still downloading web browsers and porn. It doesn't matter if you're using AMD or Intel. It's fine. So let's move over to the big boy now. The M500Mk3, which I just read the blurb about. Now this is $500. So I'm going to go off on a limb and state that it probably has actual balanced output in the front, which will help with both power and separation. Let's lift it up, however, and take a look at the menu. So, nice button, nice knob in the front. You get your actual menu, like visible menu. You get inputs, outputs, PCM filter, DSD filter, headphone amp gain, sound color, which is labeled, XMOS mode, pre-mode, function key 4, DPLL, dimmer, brightness, reset. So that's an actual menu with many, many options in it. So unlike these where it's sort of like you can't figure out, you can just read it. You go to input, you pick the one input. They all have the exact same inputs. You go to outputs, however, this lets you pick if you want the balanced outputs in the rear, the unbalanced outputs on the rear, the headphone out in the front, or all of them to be line out. So you can turn them all on. You just pick a woo, fuck it. I'm gonna set it to headphone out. Since I can do balanced and unbalanced, now I know it's definitely got a truly balanced output. In fact, let's see if it tells me before I move on. It should tell me the power ratings for this, balanced and unbalanced, as long as they're separate. XLR RCA, headphone. Oh, it only gives me one headphone out power. 2 watts times 2 at 16 ohm, which no one cares about. And 1 watt times 2 at 32 ohms. This might not be truly balanced. Let's do a test using our trusty hard audio cables. So let's take this and this. So now that's going to revolve, since I go outputs, headphone out is one choice. Get out of that. Why is it maximum volume? Why is there no knob to lower the volume? What did I do wrong in life? Headphone out gain low. Sound color is off. Oh, it's on rich. All right, now it's off. XMOS mode, decoder. Pre-mode fixed. I'm going to set it to variable. Does that mean it would... Hold on. Okay, let me see if it would have played the headphones at maximum volume, just to make sure, because I'll yell and scream if I need to. The doors light my fire, so what are we plugged into? Let's change headphones. And since we have hard audio cables, that's easy. I'm going to whip these out now. These are Acoustic Research ARH1s for Acoustic Research Headphone 1, which is the only one they made. It's super rare. It's super rare to find one, and it's super rare to find one that's actually like in good condition and working. I hear the doors. These are hard to drive, by the way. -10. Okay. Tell it is true. I don't think the volume changed. We will only lose. It's not truly balanced. Not truly balanced. That's why it's only 1 watt a channel. Fire! So this is the other one that's truly balanced because it's a speaker amp. And did you know that all speaker amps are inherently truly balanced? I did not know that. So yeah, we could just take away that hard audio connector. All right, let's go into the menu. Let's go to headphone gain. Put it on high, which is now very high. Shuffle it around. Boys don't cry. So if it's only a watt, how are we... I gotta know. I gots to know. What are we looking at? It's just the better DAC? Is it the Pro DAC? Is the distortion low as 0.00006? True lossless, true enjoyment. Why are we charging so much for this compared to the... Literally, I fucked everybody up by doing this review. Because, I mean, like, this is literally this with the same non-balanced output. I wonder if it gives me the... I didn't get the power output, product details. Power consumption is 5 watts. I don't think this tells me headphone power. I wish it told me headphone power. I guess I could just max it out on a hard drive headphone and see what it does. Because other than being MkIII certified, which no one gives a flying fuck about, why are we looking at this one? It's supposed to be cleaner. It's supposed to be fucking better. Why are you cleaner and better? Explain it to me. Tempered glass panels, yes. A variety of digital filters, don't care. Sound color, at least labeled sound color. That's the thing. The sound color on this unit, when you go past it, where is it? Is not just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's rich 1, 2, 3, tube 1, 2, 3, and crystal 1, 2, 3, which you can kind of understand what they do. There's standard and then those 9 things. Rich sort of adds a little bit more mid-range tone, so it just sounds like a harder, not a harder sound, like a fuller sound. Then tube does the thing where it like wonks out the bass in a fun way, like lowers the treble a little bit and wonks out the bass. And then crystal is just like, hey, hope you like treble, brah. We're coming at you live. Just for that alone, it's worth a little bit of an upgrade. Xmos mode. These are all things that like normal man would be like, oh my God, I can't believe it has that. But I'm here to just listen. I'm here to just listen. So let's see. Let's see if we can compare this to this with power. These are actually pretty hard. We're going to run these. Ha 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 ha, waifus. High gain on this. Are we on high gain on this? Does it sound better? Does this sound better? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop the camera for a second because I need to spend some right now. This one is on its own as like a DAC. It's great, 169. Slide it in your TV stand. You're good to go. It's fucking great. I need to figure out right now through extensive listening tests if this sounds better headphone out than this, because if it doesn't, you're about to save yourself about $280. If it does, it better be worth it. And I'm going to go back also and compare compare the DAC outputs as well, because that's important too. Because we're talking about a huge price jump for the same brand using, well, these are both Sabres, but it's a better Sabre DAC. So now I'm back to comparing fucking DACs. Give me my fucking strength. All right, so 45 minutes later, and I'm grasping at straws here. The only thing that might make you want to buy the M500 instead of this one, the C200, is this claims the Bluetooth is 24-bit LDAC. So now I'm Bluetooth to it. Carolyn Tuesday. And it's LDAC, but I don't know. I don't have 24-bit music, so I don't know if that's going to help. Although I guess a higher would be bigger, then therefore it would, even the lower stuff would be then lossless. It doesn't say lossless. And LDAC, like, LDAC is the opposite of MkIII, because I actually give a fuck about LDAC. I don't give a fuck about MkIII. But I'm using the output. So yeah, with the outputs, I changed over to the Peacocks now. Even though these are another set of headphones, it usually doesn't matter what the source is. They sound great. But Peacocks on the LA90 out of both of these, and back and forth, I whipped out the NDH20s, which are my like monitoring headphones with those pads that I can't figure out what they are, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what they are. They just magically appeared. Maybe like other pads spawned them. Like I've gotten to that point now where it's like the 6th layer of the fucking abyss, where this things start happening, you know, flesh for flesh. And I got these pads. Anyway, I was just back and forth and volume up and low gain, high gain, and reading the specs. I can't tell them apart. I'm listening for like the stupidest shit. And they're perfectly volume matched because, oh, I noticed something. Up and down on this only does the little DAC, this one, and then this one does both. So this does only this series, and this one does this series. This is both. This does only the little series. Doesn't matter. I don't see a point in the M500 if the C200 has... Oh, God, it's Carolyn Tuesday. The only thing that this has over this is a better menu, full-size XLRs, and an 8-channel DAC for no reason because there's only 2 channels. I don't get the point. Like I literally have an 8-channel topping DAC back there. That makes sense. It's 8 channels for literally 8 separate channels. What are you doing here? Why are we doing this? So, I mean, C200 is the winner of this particular combo round. And then the D6 is like absolutely easy to buy. It's an easy buy. I wish it came in a color that wasn't black, but black gives you affords you a great reason to stick a waifu on it. Stick that wireless sticker on there. Just get it right over the good parts. So yeah, winner, and this is chicken dinner. So just, you know, anyway, check out APOS for other things. Linking to something awesome on APOS, Zeos, so that the APOS doesn't feel like you shit on them. Because I didn't shit on APOS, it's SMSL fucking around. It's like they're playing favorites with their different retailers. It's like, because this isn't available literally anywhere else. This is available a few places. This is available in like 2 places. It's wild. Also, I really enjoy the Peacocks and the Carolyn Tuesday and the Peanut Butter Falcon, all the soundtracks that I have finally organized. So yeah, I'm done. I can't. I'm playing off this. I'm not playing off that. I'm looking at that. I'm playing off this, but it's actually the same music because I just uploaded it to a thing. Anyway, that's my review. I hope it was helpful, or at least if it wasn't helpful, I hope that someone can psychoanalyze this and tell me how much longer I have to live when all these things start sounding the same. And then when they actually are, like they attested the same, they're not balanced the same. You're not even getting a balance add-on. It's like this is just the fatter version of this for more money. So I'm done. I'm Zeospantera. There's your wallpaper. Available for, there'll be a link to the .jpeg, but not a full link. You got to go to Imager, go to any image on Imager, get the raw image, and then pop this in there instead of that, and boom. Also, I'm going to get the wall base, the wall base. There's a sync cord fixed. Link to all 3 of these, link to all the headphones. Thank you again to Hard Audio Cable. I had to evaporate some of the headphones off the table, but here are all the cables that were on them. See you in SoCal CanJam, Patreon and Subscribe Star. If you'd like to see these reviews early, I'm making a ton of videos right now in the next 3 or 4 days to try to get them all up for CanJam. So when I'm not in town, they're still coming out every other day. Videos every other day on this channel. So for $5, you get to see reviews early, participate in yard sales, which, honestly, I'd probably put either all 3 of these in the yard sale or maybe these 2. Because that one's cool, but then again, I have that SMSL, which is the same as this, only smaller. I don't know. I got a lot of shit. Anyway, I sell off a bunch of shit every month, and then you can buy that if you, no matter where you live in the world. And then you can listen to lossless sound demos on the 2nd channel. You'll listen to sound demos on the 2nd channel, but listen to them losslessly if you're a supporter on Patreon or Subscribe Star. And then for $10 a month, you get into the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where you could ask me any questions you like, ask other people questions, you could share pictures, share problems, we go about it. If you're in that channel talking about behind-the-scenes stuff, like they get video bubbles all the time, or I share music sometimes with them, fully legal music, only the copyright-free shit. And then you're into a lifetime swap meet channel where you can buy, sell, and trade gear in case you have an M500Mk3 and you're like, fuck, I don't want this thing anymore. Zeo says it's not like this. They sell that, make your $424, which is on cheap for that. Buy this, you still have enough money left over to buy a chainsaw from a pawn shop. Hobo with a Chainsaw. It's not a movie. Hobo with a Shotgun is a great movie. Go watch that movie. Rucker Hauer. Oh, that should be a movie night movie. I'll make that a movie night movie. I'm going to go make that a movie night movie. Anyway, thank you and good luck. And stickers linked too. Bye.